up, and I would be surprised if there was any kill threat either side, unless they kind of egregiously misstepped inside the lane. And like you can see as well, like I think all these lanes right now are just static farm. Neither team wants to try and push the limits too far. Ooh.
I just want to see them grab a voice for themselves if they can.
5 seconds
I can't believe it's still at the pool, to be fair, but I just feel like that's the best hero for both of these teams at the moment. That's where I stand on it.
It has last bit, so yeah. The argument now, I don't want to. They expect Nigma to want. Argue Bloodseeker is. He can't away. Sure, he can dissimulate away. Damage, but still, it's this is more an ancient voice for entity or not. When I'm looking at Mikey's hero from Dream League, at least.
Radiant team pick.
Is for an Invoker ban. Hero we haven't seen too much. Teams don't really think it's that good with the meta we have, but seeing these Quas Invoker rise up a little bit more.
Dire team pick.
Void incarnate.
What a shocker. What a shocker. Who could have predicted? There it is, coming out from Nigma Galaxy, and that's going to kind of round off that. Very nice, very aggressive. I think these guys can take, if they get a good lane, then they are going to be kind of running at Ancient Tribe. And
remaining.
I'm not sure Ancient Tribe have a whole lot to stop just yet, so got to make sure these lanes are stabilized.
5 seconds
good
remaining.
Supports in the Pugner and the late. Expecting Nigma Galaxy to do well just on paper, but of course, there is always the outskill potential. And the final
Choose your
heroes. Okay, another Mobe.
Oh yeah, sorry, just to confirm. Are we saying Mobe, Mobai?
Mobe, because he is
to sync up.
Yeah.
Because I know this was not a big thing, but it was something we asked 2 tours ago, and my silly little brain has already forgotten. So, alternative idea. Clearly, a reason why it's returned. Sorry, I'm not on his Wikipedia page.
Are we doing Mobe because he's Bay, or are we doing Mobai because
Bay?
What works better for you? What's more natural? All right, you can have a think about it. Let's have a look at this draft. So they didn't really get what I was asking for at Ancient Tribe. It does feel like kind of, it's a very globby group of heroes. This, you know, if these guys get strong, they're gonna walk around the map together. They've got so much heals, so much like sustain. If they get ahead, it's just gonna feel like an impossible boulder rolling around the map. But at the same time, if they fall behind, I feel like their kind of ways to play back into the game are really limited. So it's a bit of a risk, I would say, Ancient Tribe gone for.
I feel like Ancient Tribe, they think about Mobe's Necrophil, Timbersaw. Like, he plays, of course, all this, plays them a lot. But when they're banned out, he goes to, I will cross shoot, and can't make the map. Move your playmaker from the map, and then respect mindset, but often it die that one time, that positional error. Sure, there's a lot of hills, but if they're torn across the map with Monkey King split pushing, Beastmaster split pushing, and they never perfectly get that all that you mentioned, can be punished. It is a heavy. I love that. Any game. If you misplay your opponent's map gameplay, then you're just an F with no playmaker tools. Feel like you're hunting them.
You're just a green old man wandering around the map with nothing to do. Yeah, it's it seems tough. I think Ancient Tribe has put themselves in a difficult situation. I do believe in their ability to win with this draft player, but I think like the ways back into the game, or like the ways to kind of take the game, are really limited. You know, they have a strategy and they have to play that strategy. Meanwhile, I mean, Nigma's draft can do anything. Every single hero is kind of self-sufficient. You know, they can just, everyone has a stun, everyone has a jump, everyone has the abilities to just kind of get shit done. And I love a get shit done kind of draft. So I'm definitely feeling Nigma for this first game. But what about you? What way you leaning?
I think I'm Nigma just the human monkey. Even if I don't think they'll be able to break enough to then be able to deal with the Wukong on the high.
Yeah, you can't catchy monkey this game either
30
as well. Like you can't really jump
battle.
in and grab him unless you got some kind of like blink doom, loads of other items as well. He's got to be fat. He's got to be real fat. Got an obesity lineup on the side of the Ancient Tribe. That's what they need. Both teams playing it very passive straight off the bat here. No team really pushing super far forward for the bounty runes. Just keeping eyes on each other. No crazy smokes like we saw yesterday from Emoji and ITB. That was good fun.
The battle begins.
Don't really have.
Yeah.
Any
Your
opportunity.
anger is useless here.
First blood.
Interesting block coming up from Wita. Look at that at bottom. He's blocked 2 creeps so incredibly well. Like crazy. Up at the top, a bit of trading going on as well. But yeah, it does look like the lane aggro is going to push pretty heavily in favor for Ancient Tribe due to that massive block he pulled off on the Doom. So see how that affects things.
He did do Scorched Earth as well, so he's pushing it equally. So it's not as if it's going to sit in front of the Doom's tower, but still, it's curing him the first CS quite nice.
Yep.
Mid lane matchup. It's going to be an interesting one, of course. Mikey, he's playing into a Necroforce against any melee hero. Should be able to build up quite a lead. Already 5 CS to 3 of Mikey.
Yeah, of course. It's it's those green heroes. They do green hero things, and you're just gonna have to accept that and hope that you can kind of get back into the game with some movement. Utilize your killing ability on Mikey and try back into the game using that. We expect him to fall behind just a little bit.
And I think support rotations are going to be key. Nigma support duo is a... Oh, did he put him on the tower? He doesn't. Is a lot more active. When you think of Witch Doctor and Techies, these heroes like to go for a scuffle or two, but Pugner, Lich, they can enter the fray, but kind of supporting rotations. They throw out the
Not while I'm around.
shield, or they put out a decrep. They're not really providing that kill threat as well. So Nigma should have advantage at... Oh, Mikey just under so much. So every time he just looks at the way, it's just constant fight.
Oh, nice.
Does get him on the tower.
Yeah, that Aether Remnant actually just like kind of evened the score just a bit. But of course, Mobe able to just kind of poop out heals all the time. I mean that the HP does not stay equal for long. 12 Siesta. Oh my goodness, this is hard. This is difficult. And of course, there's also a Bloodseeker on the side of Ancient Tribe as well. So Little Puppey is very happy about this as well. He's like, yeah, by all means, keep ruling, keep staying low. Really good time on this Bloodseeker. LeBron getting off a little pull here as well as GH tries his best to harass him. Of course, Beastmaster and Techies, it's a very common lane and it's a very annoying lane.
Unorthodox,
as well.
but effective.
For some reason, has loads of damage now. Super fast attack time, amplified by the healer point and then a beast to make it very, very hard to trade with him.
Yeah, it's a lot of spam. That's why stick's so important in this lane. Already a wand on the Bloodseeker, stick on the Lich. Very much going to keep their resources up, and I would be surprised if there was any kill threat on the side, unless they kind of egregiously misstepped inside. You can see as well, like I think all these lanes right now are just static farm. Neither team wants to try and push the limits too far. Ooh, nice days, but
yeah. Well, I mean, you try and pull off that dunk against LeBron, but he's living up to his name. He's catching him midair, not letting that one go down.
How long have you been wanting to say that for?
Radiant's middle tower
about
is
3
under
seconds.
attack.
Oh, nice.
What a very
That's a
fast brain
record.
Tiga. But yeah, I mean, this is you say every lane is static, and then we have mid where Mope is just making Mikey's life an absolute misery. I wonder what's going to go down with the bounties.
Yeah, I think the trade-off is going to be Mikey's still getting levels, right? Sure, he's not getting CS, but he's not putting himself in that position of potentially dying. And Nigma is doing a pretty good job. Like, we're looking at top lane here. It's that constant spam. Lil Pleb, he's 19 CS. He's equal to the Monkey King. Like, he's not thriving in this lane. It's not as if he's utilizing this Lich to chase down the Beastmaster. If anything, it's hit whatever creeps we can, and I think that is potentially going to free
Radiant's
up the Sekis
courier has been
to make
killed.
that clutch move to mid. So even when Necro has CS advantage, if he's on the tower taking tower shots plus a blast off, he might be able to die, and that's
Radiant
when it swings that
structures are
matchup.
fortified.
I think Mikey's actually doing a very good job just ensuring he has that one opportunity to come back inside this four laning
A lot of
matchup.
damage coming out onto you. He does survive through it, but Alex really dealing the damage there. Got the blood grenade as well. He's got another one available. I'm interested to see. No, not going to dive the tower
Radiant's
for that one. He's
middle
not a
tower
madman.
is under attack.
He is out of, no fairy fires. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, yeah, Mikey very literally gets walked back to base. He's like, he gets escorted.
I'm like looking at this lane, I'm like, oh god. Every time I look at it, it's like, all right, get that XP. That's all you need to do, boss. All you need to do.
Radiant's middle tower
We
is
mentioned the
under
build
attack.
for Kuroki as well. He is actually going for the Hill Maledict build that we saw other players do.
Yeah, definitely. Maldic, so good at level 2. Very, very annoying, but
Little player just every time he looks at
By the
the lane,
beast.
axes, sticky bomb, non-stop. And he's gone for the mana boots on mind control, so he really is going to try and lean into that constant need to spam out this hero.
yeah, and Bloodseeker, not really the hero who can kind of just shove lanes and go jungle and hit creeps. You need a little bit more. You need some sort of lane to be able to play this hero. So it is a little bit worrying what's happening here in the top lane for Ancient Tribe, but of course the other two lanes going pretty decently for them. Mid lane especially. So 38 and 13 at the moment on the Necrophos.
Here's the rotations. Illusion room bottom.
Illusion.
Necrophos doesn't need it. He doesn't have a bottle. He's on double bracer, one fluffy hat, and fairy. This boss man is super tanky, yeah.
Damn, he's huge.
Radiant's
Mikey, every
courier
time-
has been
He's
killed.
got no bottle charges as well. He's just chugging that bottle. Like he's run a marathon. He's just ravenously thirsty.
He's eventually going to go down. They tried to go aggressive
there
on
it is.
Wuta. Because rotation, but he already had the Vanguard, so a little bit optimistic to try and kill him off with the mainly physical damage from the safe lane.
Oh no.
Of course, Maledict, you need to do the physical damage to then do the damage. So not so optimal of a go.
Yeah, an attempt was made, but not necessarily what they were looking for. Meanwhile, LeBron trying to do the sneaky thing, but might be paying the price for it here. He went to try and steal that Wisdom Rune off GH, but GH is absolutely having none of it, and he's just trying to finish him off and get the kill, and he might be able to do so. Let's see if the sticky bomb lands. Yes, it does. LeBron will be going down here. Oh, that's it. Raindrop making him live a little longer, but GH will eventually finish the job, and now he gets a kill and a Wisdom Rune. Elsewhere, though, Mobai going down in the middle lane.
And there it is. That's the rotations I was mentioning. The fact that Nigma have the better, stronger support duo. Witch Doctor walks mid, throws down the Maledict, and instantly sits on the voice brick. You get that kill. The lane might be terrible, but it's the supports that fix this matchup. Might be getting a little bit of breathing room now.
Yeah, that is huge. Oh, imagine outing Kuro. He feeds first blood just so that he can come back to the middle lane and catch out the Necrophos. The guy's too smart.
It's true. The 1100 net worth lead that Necrophos has in this matchup, it's really just been fixed by that one Kuroki rotation.
Job's done. Now, at least at the end of the game, hey, I made the difference, mid. I tried.
That's it. But no, he's actually just did the 0-3-2 build. I got flamed so hard doing this build in a pub yesterday. I did this build, I was keeping my carry alive, I was getting some kills around, and they were just like, where's your stun? It's like, boys, you're the stuns. I'm the enabler. Do I really want to level Coconut and have a 2-bounce stun? Like, no. I get 2 points, it's 4 bounces. Like, stun for 0.8 seconds, okay, but it's a bit awkward compared to me propelling my Beastmaster or fight now. Build it's like, it's very interesting because it relies on your team wanting you to be there to take it. Right now, with how important kills are to get the goal, to push your team forward, it's a rare opportunity for Witcher to not feel like he's griefing the game with this build.
Yeah, for sure. Mind Control, meanwhile, getting ruptured up in the top side here. Just going to try and walk it off for the time being. Has got a Lotus to try and keep himself alive, but there's just too much damage coming through. Though Yuma's rotating across here. They want to try and bring down Little Pleb. Rolling down Mind Control. Now he's back. Yuma still chasing, throws out the Bounder Strike, trying to get on top of him with the help of GH. Might just be able to do so, and there's a sticky bomb to finish the job. GH gets it done. Mikey looking across for more here, but won't be able to connect onto LeBron, so we'll just be...
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And at this
attack.
point, Numa, he knows that he can't just solo bottom. Doom has the Doom available. This bot lane is just unplayable now. Anyone who goes there should just instantly die. Kuroki, of course, making all the moves elsewhere, so he can't soak up the Doom himself. So yeah, Yuma making that natural rotation away. But Ancient Tribe are going to be the first.
Radiant's bottom
power in
tower
this game.
is under attack.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Good heads up maneuver there. And meanwhile, whilst
Radiant's
Mikey was away,
bottom
Kuro was
tower
actually able to
has
just sit
fallen.
mid with his heal on and actually survive through the burst of Mobe. So it's kind of funny that they're just kind of healing through each other in the middle lane. And they're actually going for this right now. Yeah, they might be able to bring him down. They've got the ultimate on the Witch Doctor here. The Soul Explosion comes in. That ultimate comes out from Mobe. It's not enough to keep him alive. He is gone. Mother kicks him out. Kuro, he's low. But Alex, he's not chasing. They want to try and find a different target instead, but I'm not sure they're going to find anyone. Ancient Tribe, they try to rotate across, but they are left empty-handed. Another death, this Necrophos.
Hill is doing work, kinda. Just need to double check. Oh, healing isn't a stat on the... I'll just quickly
No,
check
but
and
you
see if
can
it
see
was.
the damage, and, you know, the Necrophos
Maths
did
it
take
up.
130 damage. Oh, and mine top lane. We're actually using a Roar to try and survive through the Rupture here. And that is control a lot. So another Rupture, and not another kill.
This is getting a little bit awkward for Ancient Tribe because, you know, Doom is farming up. He even used Doom on the Monkey King as... They're getting awkward. It's incredibly awkward.
Yep.
They just needed that extra damage to
Vanished,
get that over the line,
but
but
not gone.
they just don't have to do it. Now Kuroki's going to walk in with 3 points heal.
Hey, friend.
Hello.
Anger is useless.
Dire are scanning.
I would love to be able to play competitive Dota and just go 3-point voodoo. Like, how sick would this be, man? You know, it's like the equivalent of playing like Abaddon. Ooh, have a mist coil, have a shield. It's so much fun.
My work here is done. It's such a crazy heal, actually. Like, it really is.
Denied.
So much healing for your team, especially when you have multiple targets inside of it. But of course, staying on the front lenses, Witch Doctor is another matter entirely. Can go horribly, horribly wrong with this build as well if you're overzealous. Meanwhile, Alex, he's trying to make some stack. Might have just found his own death. Certainly does. GH going to claim yet another one. Man, he is taking a lot of these. Takes the kill, bombs the camp as well. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
it's 3-0 and 1.
Yep.
He's having a nice time. Are they going to be able to do... They don't actually have a sentry available to deward. Playing underneath Ancient Tribe Vision, but
Ooh,
right now we are
smoke up.
seeing the effects. They're going to smoke up, but where's the initiation? Where's the stun? Where's the team fight? They might just walk into GH, but that's about
Yeah.
it. They're kind of lucky to find this one.
Yeah, that is a hero they can kill. He did not have blast off of cooldown, so they are just able to bring him down. But
What's
up
the
in the
opposite
top
of
lane, the
regicide?
trade is there. They bring down Little Pleb. That is not
Radiant
worthwhile.
structures are
You
fortified.
will happily die for this.
Dire's
He's playing
top
so
tower
active.
is under
Either
attack.
he TPs to top, doesn't use a Twingate, gets a kill,
Dire's
resets,
structures
tanks the
are
Doom bottom,
fortified.
now goes back to top to kill off the Bloodseeker. Yuma is just making all the moves right now. Sure, net worth naturally should shift away
Radiant's
towards
middle tower
Necro
is
or
under
Doom style
attack.
lineup, but they are doing the necessary things to make
I'll
sure
take
that
that.
not all cores on Ancient Tribe are having a good time. This Bloodseeker
Yeah.
sitting with the Monkey King and the Beastmaster ever so slightly.
Dire's top tower is under
Mikey's
attack.
still the big struggler as his tower gets taken as well, so he's going to have to find a different way into the game, probably just by going for kills, and that's exactly what they say. As the smoke comes out
Dire's
from Nick,
middle
we'll see what we
tower
can get
is
from
under
this
attack.
Ancient Tribe. They are still in the lead.
Radiant
They
are
kind of need to
scanning.
be with this kind of draft they have, but if they can't find Little Pleb again here, then it could be disastrous. Does not want to die here, and yeah, getting himself back. Oh, this is a dangerous camp. This is a dangerous camp. Mikey, he knows his smoke hops and goes immediately here onto Lil Pleb, but in comes the explosion from GH as well. Silence landing onto all three, though. Lil Pleb going to turn around with Rupture. He's being healed up by Alex as well. It's going to keep him alive through it, but Kuroki's there. Drops down the ultimate. Is it going to be
Dire's
enough? I
top
don't
tower is under
Oh,
attack.
now, Alex and sucks away at Kuroki next. Waiters into the fight as well. He does have the Doom should he want to throw that one down, but kind of cautious on doing this. Nigma, they do have a lot of heroes in the neighborhood. Do they have the resources?
Well, they
though?
can't use
LeBron
them.
going to tear Yuma down from the
Dire's
tree here.
top
It's a big
tower
target. They can
has
stay on top of him. The Doom is available. They throw it out along
This
with the
battle
chain
isn't
from
over yet.
LeBron. They just want to get rid of the monkey, and they will be doing absolutely that. They throw the whole kitchen sink at the guy, but he does die. And now Alex looking for his next target here. Takes a lot of damage from the techies, but heals straight up with the light drain. Kuro, though, he's
Dire's top tower
he's like,
is under attack.
And Alex does not. He does not.
Love the response from Ancient Tribe. You need to kind of keep your Bloodseeker alive there. You can't allow Nigma to invade with only 2 or 3 heroes, get a kill, and then reset, especially with how farm heavy your lineup is. And kind of sort of how this draft can excel. It is that tankiness response to the initiations. We survive through it. We enable each other, and we should. I'd like to see maybe a vessel pickup on this Necrophos, just to try and combat this the hill from the Doctor and the Monkey King.
Yeah, that would have been cool. What is he going for? Interesting.
He went 4-star.
4-star shard, boots of travel. My guy wants to go quick.
He wants to go zoomies in the fight, and he'll initiate with his body. He'll just kind of appear in the middle of the fight.
Dyer's
Like,
middle tower is under attack.
Do you want to ignore me? Yeah.
Dyer's structures are
The
fortified.
fastest necro I've ever seen.
Just what
Well,
the
Nigma trying to get a bit of revenge here. They know these spells are on cooldown, so they're going to attempt to get the tower for it. But LeBron is actually jumping on here. This is a big jump from Mikey, and I'm not sure it's going to pay off. He's just going to end up dropping. Somehow dies to the tower there. Don't know how that happened, but nevertheless, they are going to trade their mid laner for support. Not worth. And Mind Control
Dyer's
looking like he
middle
might be in a
tower
spot
is
of
under
bother as well.
attack.
Roars out the Pugno. It's actually the right target to get himself out of there, slowing down the 2 targets and getting him up to that high ground. So could have been worse, but at the same time, Ancient Tribe doing a very good job in defending this middle tower and proving that they don't need those ultimates to take fights. As long as they're together, they can do anything. Friendship is the most powerful spell in this game, T-Gov.
Yeah, and we're just showing that he is friends with his team because he's hitting these beautiful war stomps. Mikey, he jumps in, instantly gets hit by one of the Doom with the Centaur creep spell, into then Rupture and dies. So yeah, just really nice heads up play from Muta to be ready to punish Mikey and not allow him to play very cheekily on the Void Spirit that we often see nowadays. And that's the 4-staff coming in action beautifully there from Moby. He 4-staffs in, denies the DD rune. He wouldn't have been able to do that with a Vessel. Still think Vessel would have been a GOAT pickup.
Nah, Vessel's cringe. 4-staff gang.
Kinda. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can check after the series, I can check the stats on like Vessel pickups at certain times and its win rate, and probably quite an underwhelming item. Of course, it's not really been too popular in
Dyer are scanning.
recent time.
Such a nerd. No one cares about stats, okay? It's all about style. 4-staff is cool. Vessel is not.
Is he gonna Tokyo drift his way into a first game loss, or what? What's the situation?
No, this is an easy dub from the Bay.
Bay. Volkaroki level stun at 8. He has 2 points Maledicts right now, 4 points heal. This is hold.
Hates stun. Hates
He
the
hates leveling as well. He's thinking.
Dyer's middle
on the
tower
point.
is under
Might just
attack.
save it for the next
Actually-
fight, honestly. Sees what the opportunity is.
Ooh, I like that. The casual hold the point. Maybe I have stun, maybe I don't. All right, all right. I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna click on Kuroki now until he. Oh, he's got stun. He's stunning.
He is. Man.
Human, what's up?
Yeah, you look out of trouble. Kind of
Bleed your
chainsaws got him,
last.
but yeah, gets caught out, go for a cheeky little teleport, and
Dyer's
they won't
middle
let that
tower
happen.
is under attack.
Meanwhile,
Nigma's in trouble a little bit
Dyer's
here.
middle
the couple
tower
of deaths that they've
has
had,
fallen.
they killed Yuma in the bot lane, Yuma in the top. They are getting themselves to a timing
Radiant's
where they
top
can sync up
tower
as a
is
team.
under attack.
Ancient Tribe, they need everyone to have the items to make the plays. Like, the draft doesn't do it themselves. BKB soon picked up on Bloodseeker. We've mentioned the Shard and the 4-staff on Necro. Like, they should, in theory, be able to smoke competitive soon.
Haste.
ow, LeBron, he's taking from these balls, and Mikey just comes in to finish the kill. All right.
Surrender all hope to the void.
Sometimes you go, you know what, you're below me. I'm gonna kill you as a lich. But
Little
then you
clever
remember
bot.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, Alex, what can he do here? He actually threatening on to Yuma and just forcing him back with the Decrepify. The rest of the team are coming over though. Nigma, they won't be able to chase this though. They don't have that much catch remaining once the Monkey King's out of the equation.
Lil Bron's got some like wild mind. I don't think I've ever played Lich on. When I summon, don't get the hell out of there. I want to run away. I'm a Lich. But every time he sees that Centaur or any of that Dome creeps, he's instantly sucking him dry. And yeah, it's an interesting approach.
It is. I don't know what he's trying to achieve. I know they're trying to achieve the bottom. They want to get a kill onto this Monkey King, but again, it's just the 2-hero gank under a tower. It's very easy to TP in some heroes just to make sure this ain't going to happen. Another awkward rupture. I'm not sure what the play is here from Little Pleb.
They're kind of just like poking and prodding and just forcing Nigma to react a little bit. Whilst Ancient Tribe are the team being more static in their farm, if they can just force Nigma to TP, then Nigma aren't putting themselves in positions where they can look at Roshan, they can look at smoke games, and Lil Pleb once again in the bot lane, but both defensive supports are ready to throw both their spells on him.
God, squishy. I said the Chase Frost Shield is now cool. I'm just going to blow up the Lich again, and I'll try and heal him with the life drain. Alex just doing the whole thing. Yeah. Gurgitate, but Yuma is going to be able to kill off the 2 supports, but Pleb looks like he is going to escape. Trying to see if he
Radiant
went for the 2 out, but he did not.
Fair play. He had insane BKB discipline on Lil Pleb there. He was like, support, you better keep me alive. I do not want my BKB reveal to be them just ganking, but instantly into the Ancients, and Mikey, he's just to the west. He kind of understands the situation. Yep.
UAV online.
Dire are scanning.
I want to go. No, by the looks of it.
He didn't bring in the attack helicopter. They went up there. A big enough kill streak there. No HP, farming the tier 1 tower.
Showing. I mean, he's got LeBron behind him. How much can really be done? And there comes the Pugner again. The supports, they come in, but is it going to be enough to keep Lil Pleb alive? He's trying to bring down the Ancient Thunderhide so he can heal up from it, but hell, he doesn't get the... He is once again going to get life drained up by the Pugner. Well, in the front lines of the fight, Nigma, they're just going to back themselves away. And again, it's a lot of time wasted from Nigma, just kind of hanging around this area. Not the great place for them to be. Meanwhile, they're just kind of farming up on Ancient Tribe. It's looking pretty good for them at the moment.
I like the... Oh, I mean, I say that, but I feel like for Ancient Tribe, they really just need like a blink dagger. Doom, sure, he's about to go for BKB, but they need one hero that can go, okay, this is our statement.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now, it's a lot of, they're tickling us. Let's run away as a team. And I'm not really seeing any like forward-thinking plays coming out for them. Again, it's a product of the heroes that they
Dire's
have.
middle tower
some
is
point
under
the
attack.
items will click where they can make that move. And they are desperate.
I
Going back to
restore
LeBron, by the way,
my
the reason why he
connection
is Sinister
to the
Gate
void.
and stop. Of course, it now does more damage to creeps, but yeah, puts himself in a spooky position, hoping to get kill on the dump. Does the extra 2 times longer and the extra 250 damage. Actually, it is important to try, but when you're doing it in the middle of Nigma territory, you don't want to be there for too long. You don't want to be literally standing still, pseudo stunning yourself.
Especially when those balls do so much damage. So Nigma once again smoking up, and as you say, you know, the lack of initiation on Ancient Tribe does mean that, you know, Mikey can just run circles in front of a tier 1 and things like that.
An incredibly high value nullifier game. I didn't even think about this, but when you have Necro
Dire's
and
middle
Pugner on your
tower
team,
is under attack.
you get 1 nullifier. With Void Spirit and Monkey King, they both like to buy this item, so if either of them are able to pick one up, these fights are going to get even harder for Ancient Tribe. I say fights, we're yet to really see a 5-on-5. It's just been a lot of poking and prodding.
Yeah, it really has. No one's committed as of yet. We've had a couple of weird engagement where there's 5 heroes hit, but no one... A lot of these heroes aren't hitting other heroes. They're just sitting, waiting, watching, anticipating.
Trying to go on Wuta here, but...
And Mikey as well as the counterplay in the bottom lane, so we'll keep an eye on both. But Wuta looks like it's fine. Mikey might not be. He's silenced up for now. Doesn't have the Manta, so he is just going to drop. And Lil Pleb says, hey kid, you want a TP? I'm not sure. I mean, he's got a chain. Oh, that is a chain frost and a half, isn't it? But it doesn't matter. They're just able to blitz through Lil Pleb regardless. Massively overestimating his ability to fight Yuma there and paying the price.
Radiant's middle tower is
Potentially,
under
like,
attack.
if we had, like, 1 second, Yuma's still going in.
Yeah, he's hungry.
Gasket!
Around this area, they want to try and hold this high ground. I mean, they're not 5 heroes, and the Boundless Strike does do some heavy hits, so gotta pump the brakes a bit. It's actually Nigma who backed themselves away. They respect the strength of Ancient Tribe. Now
Dire's
still pretty
top
far
tower
ahead.
is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, what was the thought process there from the Bloodseeker?
I don't think there was much. He killed off a Void Spirit and then decided that he was going to try and take the Great Fight. But I think Maledict, he has to respect. The Wukongs, he has to respect.
Dire are
Maybe he
scanning.
expected the DPs to be a little bit longer, so he could instantly pummel into the Doctor and then look to disengage after, but puts himself into the center of all that madness. if we had an award show at the end of each division in each tour, that easily is a contender for funniest death so far. It was. That's just
Dire's
I don't
middle
know.
tower
Do you not
is
remember
under
yesterday
attack.
when someone just walked at a Monkey King on like 100 HP and they just got like boundless strike? They just got bonked.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Monkey King contestants. It can have some category at this rate.
Yeah. It's like men just think they're the monkeys. So they
for me.
Everyone thinks they can
yes.
beat a gorilla.
If only zoos allowed us to get into the ring.
Fight
BKB
night
now.
at the zoo.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah, still
attack.
playing Dota, mate.
Good way to kind of enforce a bit of natural selection.
Both teams posturing. Whoever wins this fight should be able to break into Roshan. Even with a 7k lead, Ancient Tribe, they are a little bit more afraid. Lil Pleb, he has all these items, but it's not really translating into the fight right now.
Kill that boar. Die, boar. Yeah, so they're moving top to
Dire's
set up
top
for
tower
Roshan.
is
It's
under
very
attack.
awkward to travel up to the top side whilst Roshan's walking through. Nigma, they got to be ready for this one.
Don't have a smoke available. Actually, they have one on Techie, so if they really wanted to, they could make some sweeping map play, but time and resources needed to. It's not too optimal. And we saw the observer ward from Ancient Tribe in the bottom side of the map. We saw that they didn't smoke up, so this
Dire's
should
bottom tower
be
is under
the free
attack.
Roshan.
Dire's structures are
Lil Pleb,
fortified.
most likely going to be picking this one
Radiant
up. It's going to give him a
structures
little
are fortified.
more confidence in the fight.
Dire's
He's going to be
middle
able
tower is
to
under
get in and
attack.
out.
Needs more confidence, Steve.
That is true. That is true. Too much confidence, actually.
Dire's
Don't know
middle
if his
tower
Aegis
has
is
fallen.
too,
Dire's bottom Roshan's
It's
under attack into the Dire.
especially against like, Monkey King. Just because you die inside Wukongs,
Dire's
you respawn, no
bottom tower
BKB, you're
has
inside
fallen.
Wukongs. You're gonna die, right? Without the first. So it's a potentially volatile
Dire's
Aegis
top
pick up compared
tower
to the
is under
other
attack.
alternatives that heroes can.
For sure, for sure. And Yuma's about to hit that nullifier timing as well, so that gives them some really powerful options. That might be the point in but at the moment, it's certainly very, very scary for them. So it's going to be Ancient Tribe's map for a while. See what Nigma do to play into this. I mean, are we expecting them just to try and kite it out for the next 5 minutes?
They need to be just mindful. I think they're ready to fight if they can, because like I mentioned, once he puts
Invisibility.
himself into a Raw plus Wukongs, he's just gonna die twice, right? So there is an opportunity where Nigma will actually try and take the fight into them, but Doom just picked up the Blink Dagger. He has BKB, Blink, Octarine. He's farmed for so long. This is his time, right? If he can connect the Doom, oh, there he goes. He's connected the Doom.
As you say it, yeah. It gets right on top of Mikey here. Mikey, unfortunately, overestimated.
Where's the Oh, yeah.
Ages
They don't
of
need it. They've got
preparation.
the damage. They will be able to bring it down.
Weak.
So they had a sentry for the start of it, and then of course Thirst then kicked in, so just enough there. Could have been awkward, potentially.
Certainly could have.
Alms
But
for the
still just ends up
dead.
being a clean kill for Ancient Tribe. And yeah, they're really starting to put the pressure now onto Nigma, letting them know they just can't play the map. They just can't sit around and be casual like this. And again,
Dire's
Voiter
bottom
already
tower
looking
is
for
under
another.
attack.
Doesn't have the dust. Doesn't even need it. Might just walk in a straight line. Kuro moves the trees and does get away.
This Necrophos, it's just so funny to look at. He died twice in lane. He's been part of 3 kills in nearly half an hour. He's got a
Dire
4-staff
are
and a
scanning.
halberd shard going for a heart. It's just like such a like he's playing his own little mini game. And like when you compare it to like Mikey, what attritions he has had to go through in this game to get himself here. He's had to like survive the lane, look for the kills, make the plays, all these ganks. It's like different style of mid lane is what we're seeing in this game. Wuta jumping onto my control in the top lane.
Yep, they do make the play here, and they are taking a lot of damage to Michael. But even more on Voiter, the moment that Yuma just starts hitting, they don't really have an answer. But now he's going for the TP out with the cover of BKB, realizing the fight is over. Mind control is dead, and it's time to leave. And yeah, they are able to eat up that dragon as well. Meanwhile,
I warned you not to
Alex
interrupt.
does actually get destroyed by the Void Spirit with a haste. So nice little side kill picked up there by bit of retribution for a pretty rough game he's been having so far.
Ancient Tribe, they have to do something off this, right? Now that you know that Wukong is on corner, got the Aegis, like, to be the time to cross the river, make it play. You've been farming, you got a 10k lead, everything's happening. It's happening pretty much on like their side of the map, other than a couple kind of Roshan-based skirmishes. it has been one of the more static games I've seen from the team. Expect why due to the lack of stuns, but no one's even farming to itemize for that stuff. It's not as if we're seeing an Abyssal Blade or a pickup or something, right? They are just farming for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not really covering the weaknesses of their team, but at the same time, they
Radiant's
have been
top
able to catch
tower is under attack.
quite a few times this game, so seemingly the Doom is doing its job. Voita having a hell of a game on this Doom, honestly. He has been my standout so far.
Nope, that comes with the
Dire's
happily getting
bottom
the tower.
is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, there
Radiant's
is the
top
whole
tower
team
has
sitting
fallen.
sitting right back behind him, and the support's just immediately dropped everything onto that Bloodseeker. And Kuro a little too close to the front lines here, though. It's taking some time to bring him down with those heals. GH is actually going to survive through that Reaper's side. Now the roll comes down along with the ultimate from Witch Doctor. Rupture is there, though, to control the Monkey King. They won't be able to finish off Waiter. The saves coming out from Ancient Tribe. It's too much. Monkey's trying to jump in for the kill to try and finish off Little Pleb. Can they get it done? No, they cannot. Another little heal from Alex from the side. Surely Alex finally pays the price here. Yeah, he's surely going down right now. There is a sentry. They will. Yeah, I mean, Nigma, they do force back the side of Ancient Tribe, but it felt like they could have gotten more, but the heals just were too quick from Alex.
So tanky. It's like there's a Pavis, there's the Force stuff, there's Frost Shield, and you've got the Decrypt, the Life Drain. There's so many layers of tankiness here. And the Doom, like, he soaks it up this initiation, but he's able to, with the Ogre Seal Totem, be able to bounce his way out. He's utilized 2 or 3 times now. He gets into the middle of Wukong, and then he just totems out. But Lil Pleb,
they know exactly where he's farming.
seconds.
They are going to get up his BKB straight off the bat, but he does not have a TP, so it's just going to have to be an awkward run away back to his tier 2. And happening as well from Nigma, throwing him down here. It's going to be huge. And Lil Pleb is gone. Move, though, still looking to come in and fight this one. They've got the Doom and the backlines out onto Peter. He's taking so much damage, and he is going to be the one to fall. Alex trying to get a bit of damage out onto Yuma, but it's not going to do a thing. Alex needs to get himself away, but I'm not sure there's any escaping. They've got the catch on the side of Nigma, and they are not playing with survivors. LeBron gets taken down. Alex to follow as well. 4 dead on the side of Ancient Tribe. The first big team fight of the game, pretty much. It just goes Nigma's way all over. Great timing on that Aegis kill.
Perfect identifying when the Aegis were expiring. Lil Pleb getting a little bit greedy with his farm, trying to, stay in an area that they didn't really control too much. Nigma just perfectly sweeping through, and Ancient Tribe, they had a 10k lead. Everything was on their side to be able to take that great fight, but they just never done it. I'm still waiting for them to make a play as a big fight to take it. Sure, there are plays to progress the map or contest Roshans, but they haven't made the team fight making play that allows them to extend their lead into a this is our game to win. It's a bit unfortunate. And even there, it's like Lil Pleb, he BKB, he tries to disengage, but perfect jump from Nigma. Nullify, of course, paying off quite nicely. Minigame. Bloodseeker.
Oh, and he might just be walking into another trouble. He's got the BKB. He's not even going to get a chance to get it off, though. He's dead again. Yuma finds him. Lil Pleb just nearly torches enough, walking just straight into the trap. Ancient Tribe are being forced back to the high ground now, and they're not going to be able to leave for quite a little bit.
Yeah, don't forget they lost the gem as well. In all these prior engagements from Doom
Dire's
died.
bottom tower has fallen.
So now Kuroki's running around with Glimmer plus the Gem of True Sight.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Is all the way their side, and LeBron
Dire's
instantly
bottom
dies.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, this game has just absolutely flipped.
For the void.
Nigma leading kills the entire time, but they find
Dire's
the important
bottom
kills
tower
and
has fallen.
next to the base. Yeah, game's gonna be pretty clean.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they just hit their timings, and they were like, yeah, it definitely felt like the whole team
Dire's middle tower is under
what
attack.
timing they wanted to hit, when they wanted to just kind of really pump the gas, and the fact that they just found Little Pleb twice during that time is just a gift. And yeah, I mean, you do have to look Little Pleb's way and say, how do you walk up there? And I think the first death on the 80 was kind of a tricky one to spot out there. It was really move Nigma. They smoked across the whole map
has been killed.
to exactly the camp he was farming, but yeah, that last death is that's not good.
Dude, Mikey is just tipping left and right. He's been tipping Lil Pleb's random deaths. He's now got a rogue tip towards Necroboss. Like, yeah, it's normally Nigma's a team that doesn't tip at all. They're a very slick team, but kind of young gun energy for one of the kind of older organizations within the Dota scene.
Yeah, he got tipped a lot early on. honest. A couple of times when he died and when he tried to make a connection and didn't quite manage to do it, they laid a couple of tips his way. So a bit of revenge, a bit of vengeance coming in. But now both teams going to walk into each other once again here. They're going to see Kuro on the front lines. Not really the target. You want to be dooming up here. That'd be great. Look at this coconut. It's still work. He's quite a tough target, but he's not fighting. He just immediately gets Mikey on his head. He can't fight into this. He's taking way too much damage. And Mikey cuts him down. And now the wall comes down to Sumail as well. That's going to make it a second big kill for the side of Ancient Tribe. Well, Alex looks like he might be heading the same way. Bonk goes the Boundless Strike, and down goes Ancient Tribe.
Tribe just can't fight at all now. Like, their draft it's gone. It's disappeared. Really see the comeback potential that they have, the tankiness that they utilized in the early to mid game. Utilize the tree dance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
To stop them from taking the fight.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Bloodseek is tickling a little bit, but no one else is really pumping out anything in the fights.
Dire's middle tower
I'll even
is
go as
under
far as saying
attack.
they're not even team. Just Nigma slaughtering it.
Dire's middle
And
barracks
the only
has
kill
fallen.
they've been able to get on Ancient Tribe in the last 5 minutes was that one on Takuro. 5 minutes, and that's all they've been able to. Meanwhile,
Dire's middle
Nigma
tower
have
has
basically
fallen.
wiped them twice. And
Dire's
had another very
middle
good
tower
fight as
is
well.
under attack.
I think we saw this as well in Division 1. Teams that pick these super high lane dominating heroes fall
Dire's
victim
top
to
tower
then
has
not
fallen.
having the bigger picture of what the meta asks you for, right? Like when you think about spirit heroes, they can have kill threat in lane, the game goes south, you always have to pick up. Like these Necrophoses, these Huskars, these Vipers, they might do well for 10 minutes, but how do they continue applying that pressure on how big the map is? Always like hoping for the opportunity to arise. And good teams, they don't really present you the perfect chance. And I feel that's kind of been the case, right? Like, again, this Necrophos, he's 1-3-3. He started the game 0-2 off some awkward rotations.
Arcane power.
Not really seeing the effect of this pick so far.
Not really.
Look at him go!
It had a good lane for the first 5 minutes of the game. I was like, man, this is the best hero in the game. Why is nobody picking it more? And well, we get to this point, and you know, he's schmoozing these fights, but impact-wise, it's just not really felt like enough.
Yuma as well completed up the Abyssal Blade. He has Harpoon as well from fighting Raya.
I am immortal!
Control everything and anything in. I would hate to be a support right now in this. Right? You show for a second, like you use one spell incorrectly, you reveal your position instantly. Boundless Strike, Harpoon, deleted. That's why these fights have been so one-sided, because
I'll take that.
supporting cast of Ancient Tribe have just appeared so easy.
Yep, and whilst Mikey was behind for sure this game, you know, he's still a universal hero. He's just able to get himself like a couple of, you know, get that Manta Star running, get that Echo Saber, and you're doing so much damage in these fights.
Twice the measure of power.
Pretty scary. Mobe up to the high ground, nullifies that onto him as well. He doesn't have a BKB, which means he doesn't have a way out of it. Can't even force himself out of that one, so he's gone. Mobe out without him, not with the Wukong's command down, that is certain. Little Pledge is going to have to watch.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. The Radiant now
for a
have
cheeky
Mega.
little kill onto Alex here. Not quite going to finish it. As the Rupture does come down, they also be after the self-doom out to try and control a Voice Spirit. Voice Spirit is fighting him. He can't win the man fight, even though he's doomed up here. This is too much damage coming out of the double damage Voice Spirit, and that's going to be it. GG is cool. Game number 1 goes the way of Nigma.
I wouldn't say a clean game, but a nice kind of